we are live-ish. Well, not live. We are recording. For a live, oh god, I wouldn't like to see what happens if we stream this.
We would be cancelled immediately.
No, we would
Only
be.
if somebody manages to watch.
We would be cancelled immediately if it were a Tuesday game. Jack would ensure that.
Yeah.
Alright. Also, I'm just laughing at the fact it's like, ah yes, I've sat here on the Roll20. I see me, I see Rebecca, I see Ranna. That's it. I know it's because Dion's BRB and Inferno just got here, but yeah. What the hell's happening there? Okay. So, greetings everyone and welcome back to the Devil Darlings. It's been a hot month.
Literally as well.
Something like that. I think it's been a month, something like that. Anyway, it's been quite some time. We've had a couple of updates and a little bit of having to reshuffle some things around. Just a quick bit of news. Unfortunately, Raka has dropped out of the Saturday game. Well, the Devil Darlings. Due to having a brand new job, so we wish him well in the new job. Because real life takes precedence over the games. I've always said that. What else is there? Santa sometimes in and out, so basically, I'm having to deal with 4 players now, at maximum.
Yeah, she has to put up the house.
Yeah, and Dion, but she's BRB at the moment. So she'll come back when she comes back. Hopefully. If she's not back in half an hour, I should probably send someone around to her house to
We
see.
can also say with confidence shitter's clogged.
Oh
What?
no. Do I say that story?
No, it's still a meme of the little guy with the fucking marker all over
I know it's
face.
the meme, but at the same time, I think like a couple of birthdays back when we were down at Dion's house, I
Oh,
thought
no.
for a second that I had accidentally clogged her toilet. I got worried as fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I feel like this is a story that Rebecca knows about.
No, I don't think she does.
I don't, but like,
The funniest
it
outcome
just
of
seems
it
like
is,
such a you thing.
it happened while we were doing a one-shot at her house. And by the time I had done and sorted all that, like, came down, the one-shot had finished because our friend Penfold had put a bag of holding into another bag of holding kind of situation, while in a pocket dimension, basically sucking us all into a different realm.
Oh.
It was the best way to end a one-shot, and I'm pissed off I missed it. Anyway, now here comes the question when it comes to Devil Darlings. Do we even still bother to do the intro anymore now that there's only 4 of us?
You just do it.
Oh, fuck you.
So mean.
Do we do the intro anymore? You do it. Fuck.
So mean, Rebecca.
Yeah.
You've done mean stuff.
To be fair, she has, actually. We hold on mean stuff to each other in this game.
I mean, yes, but I'm the DM. I'm allowed to. I'm gonna roll a d4. Let's see what the fuck happens. Well, given that I'm not counting Dion in that because she's BRB, that would actually be Inferno.
No. Please.
No, please, anything but that.
I don't want to sing right now.
Okay, we can skip it for
Thank
today.
you.
We'll see if the intro stays or not next week, but we can skip that for now. So, last time, if I recall right, because, yeah, again, it's been quite some time, you managed to, I'm not going to say cheese the boss, or cheat at it. More, you saw an opening and took it. And Rebecca just vanished off Roll20.
It crashed.
That's fair. So you saw an opportunity in beating up the boss. You took it, aka flame walls on the bottom and top. You cooked it, quite literally alive.
Did we eat it?
You
No, I
didn't
don't think
eat
we eat it.
You didn't
Oh.
have time to eat it because then the room started filling with stomach acid.
Oh,
We
never
had the
mind,
giant,
yeah.
we had the giant discussion / argument over Could someone fly up there if it's full of Banflith's roots? Which probably took way longer than it should have done, but you all managed to get up there safely anyway. If I recall right, Trickstem actually helped teleport Codi up there himself.
He's a better person.
He's a better person now.
Don't worry
He's
about it.
finally improved.
What the fuck am I looking at? I'm sorry,
Look
just
what I
something
do
came
for you,
on the
Dion.
telly then where we're on about Amazon Prime Video. It looks like some kind of odd version of Cinderella, and I'm like, yeah, no thanks. But yes, you managed to escape. The place pretty much nearly collapsed. You met back up with Una, who said she closed down the beam, but it got redirected again. And then you headed towards the outpost where the rebels are. Where you discovered there's another gnome in the wall, because of course there is. And that's your friend Smitty in the bottom left. But wait, I just got atted. Who atted me? Yeah, no, I'm in a lot
Oh,
of pain.
me.
Feels like someone is stabbing me in the guts, and I'm shaking pretty bad right now. And I can't. Sorry, go on without me. Okay, so
Oh,
Dion's sick.
okay.
Yeah, she quite literally
Hope
wants
she
me to
gets
float in
better.
D&D chat. Yeah, hope you feel better soon, Dion. I know you're in here, but you're muted still, so. So essentially, but you got back to the rebel camp. You found an arm in the wall. You got a message from Smitty stating that they were having a slight issue, mainly that they have been visited by a beholder calling for grace. And then it kind of went outwards and back up to the island itself.
Not our problem.
Yep. So, as you all woke up in the morning, you're all at the camp, you're all dealing with the last things before you set off to wherever you want to go next. It's at that point where Grace will look to you all and will state that she is actually going to stay behind and help the rebels rebuild. Granted, I've just realised Miasma also said that before Miasma came back. It's part 2 when it were destroyed, so they still have a bit more to repair. So Grace is staying behind to do that. And
Okay.
Banflith has just basically wandered off into the woods. Banflith has said he has to go protect the woods again. I think that's what. Hang on. Raka actually gave me the instructions of what they were doing. Let me just check, just to make sure. Banflith will take Chomp Chomp and leave the party by turning into a shark-shaped brush, and they will be gone. A shark-shaped bush, and they will be gone. I read that wrong.
Oh.
Also, Raka spelt it Chomp Chimp, and now I'm just imagining Chomp Chomp's a monkey. Monkey. So, whereabouts is it that you're all wanting to go?
Um.
I haven't said this in a while, but any hot tieflings?
Single hot tieflings
Anywhere?
in your area.
I roll for Trickstem has a boyfriend and he needs to remember that.
Oh shit. I genuinely forgot. Oh no, I'm such a bad character.
You're such a bad boy.
I'm such a bad boyfriend.
He needs all the help he can get at the moment. He's still having to adjust to being a possum man.
Yeah, we need to be a supportive boyfriend to the possum guy.
Uh, if you need help with just a couple of things where you could go, you could check back in on Smitty after that whole situation. There is the mushroom field that you got told about by the gnomes. There's the gnome village itself. Or you could try and push on ahead anyway and go to the top left and into the entertainers district to try and find this changeling leader once and for all. Which would you prefer?
Will the mushrooms get us high?
I mean,
That's a good question.
That's your immediate question.
That's
I
a
mean,
good one.
Just
nonetheless.
curious because I don't think we should go there if they get us high because it's not going to be. It's going to be a very not good session with 3 high characters.
make me a nature check.
9 is, huh?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
My God, it's a session where I didn't start it off by asking for perceptions.
11.
Okay, we'll wait to see what a Trickstem gets. 13.
Where's the real Leigh? Give us a real Leigh back.
Ah, you got to be okay. Where is she? I've left her somewhere.
Oh, you can't just leave her by the roadside or something like that.
I think she's on the shitter.
Understandable.
So with both of those rolls, given they're over 10, you'd remember that for the gnomes to be getting high off these mushrooms, they've been having to ingest them. Just entering the patch themselves won't get you high. Eating them will.
Okay, that's okay then.
So just among yourselves where you'd like to go.
Honestly, Allo would probably want to go check on Smitty and the others.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you all pack up your stuff to get ready to head off, Uylz is just muttering these things and just like occasionally still poking a gnome before you set off. Codi is kind of fussing over Una a bit because, you know, Una was left alone for quite a while but managed to do quite well by herself. And let me just check just to see something. You are here. It's going down there. If I recall right, that was 1 day's travel, so 25 foot is 1 day's travel. You get there just before the end of like the 4th day. And that's including taking time to stop and camp, so let me just look this up. 50 encounters forest. Because yes, we're pulling out the random chart if we're heading that way. 100 D&D forest to get encounter IDs. Let's go. So, for your first day of travel, let me just check something quick first of all before I do this. Get to there. Stay there for the night. Yeah. Okay, so it wouldn't matter too much, but your choices are for your first night, you know that you'd be able to get back to that bunker to stay there for the first night, where it's a bit more sheltered, or you could just camp out somewhere.
Mm.
Or you could just enter Allo's mirror again. I forgot about that.
Oh, let's go up to the fucked up place again, yeah.
Which one do you mean by the fucked up place? The mirror or the hatch?
The mirror, that creeped out Trickstem. Let's creep him out again. Let's just bully him.
Bully
Freaking if
the
Allo could
Trickstem.
hear you, she'd be very, very hurt.
Yeah, Trickstem knows it means a lot to Allo, but it still freaks him out a little.
Let me roll to see what happens on your first day of travel. 64. Okay, I don't get that. It's like, oh yes, forest encounters, farmers' fields. That's not a forest encounter, that's a farmer's field. What the fuck?
I mean, if it's just a random farmer's place, just out in the middle of the woods.
Okay, I could work with what it's saying though. So as you're just walking along, just try to get to the next area just to rest up for the night. Make perceptions.
Okay.
Leigh's back.
Perception 20.
Okay. 3 for Trickstem. Trickstem doesn't notice. Miasma does.
Nice trees, I guess.
Okay. So, as you're all heading along, Miasma, Allo, you kind of come to a stop in a small clearing. Trickstem carries on. As you notice, just around this clearing, it's just a varying assortment of just colourful glowing flowers just lining the floor.
Oh,
Mm.
Allo says pretty.
Warning, warning. Say alert.
Hmm?
That was out of character.
I mean, make me an Arcana if you want to.
Okay, yeah, sure. Oh!
Okay, so with that nat 20, yeah, you're sensing that there may actually be some kind of connection here between the real, no, not the real world, like this realm, and indeed the Feywild.
Mm. I, sup- I request that we sleep elsewhere. If that is not too much of a bother.
What's that?
You don't want to deal with the Fae, and I can tell just by looking at that. Yes, the Fae is definitely involved in whatever this is.
Oh, you're saying don't touch the pretty flowers? Her hands are
No,
literally centimeters away from one.
no, don't touch them. I highly recommend it.
Hmm.
From me.
Okay. Where did Trickstem go?
Look around.
Yeah, Tricksum just walked straight in through the flowers.
Walked over them.
Da-da-dum, da-da-dum. I'm
Roll
gay,
wisdom.
da-da-dum.
Tricksum,
Yeah.
as you're walking through, I'm going to need you to make me. Let me just check what it is. Oddly enough, it. Uh-huh. I was just saying if they're any save against it. I guess, yeah, make me a wisdom save as you're walking through. Wow, nat 20. Jesus. You're just walking through, minding your own business. You don't really notice flowers too much. And then you just kind of feel like a bit of a ping in your mind. Like someone just tried to cast something on you, and it failed miserably.
Oh, flowers. Guys, I think there's someone here.
No, really.
Trickstem, are
Yeah,
you
really?
I didn't notice. Thank you for warning me, truly.
I
It's
didn't
not.
notice either. I know I'm a hero. You don't need to thank me. It's fine. It's fine. Just doing my job.
Oh, just shakes her head. So, what are we going to be doing about this?
Don't
I
touch the
think I should
flowers.
probably get out of these flowers, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good idea.
He'll start walking out of the flowers.
Okay. As you start walking out of the flowers, Trickston, make me a perception check since you're deep in the flowers.
I'm still blind.
You trip over something.
Oop.
As you make me a quick dex save. Let's just see if you just stumble or if you actually fall flat on your face. Boom. Right into the flowers. And you look behind you to try and see what you tripped over. And there just seems to be a badger there staring at you.
Hi.
And the badger's going to just totter over to you. And it's going to try and boop your nose with a claw.
What's an
Nope, nope,
asshole?
nope, nope.
Nope.
Yeah, she's just. Hang on, let me see what I've got here. No, I don't think we have any. Do we restore our? Do we get a rest there?
Yeah, you got a
Fine.
rest. You got all
Okay,
your
so I
stuff
can.
back.
Okay, Leigh.
Um,
Yeah, no, there's nothing really she can do that.
okay. Oh,
Unless I could pick it up with. No, I don't even have me a chant.
Oh.
What the fuck?
okay, I've just read what this does. I'm going to
This is
need,
why Niasma doesn't like the Feywild.
yeah, I'm going
Well,
to
one other.
need wisdom saving throws from all three of you. As this
Oh.
apparently affects everything within a 10-foot radius.
Ah,
Miasma, Jesus!
Miasma does not want.
Do not want, thank you.
Miasma just
RNG
said
for
no.
Yeah. Everyone actually passes this again. Yeah, again, you get that kind of ping in your head like someone tried to do something and it's just failed.
Okay, who's doing this shitty magic? I'm sick of it.
Allo just squints.
Fey creature, of course.
The badger just tries to slink off.
She'll just
What an
murmur so
idiot.
no fucking go ahead. Bye. Just-
You watch the
Can
badger?
we actually see the badger?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the badger.
Sorry, that completely backfired on your memes.
The badger shrinks down in size a little bit and becomes a small winged humanoid,
Oh,
like a tiny winged humanoid, and just flutters up, looks behind at you all, just sticks her tongue out, and just flutters off.
well, they weren't
Learn how
very
to do
nice.
magic, bitch.
Not as nice as the ones that I summoned.
That was a pixie. And yeah, okay. Oh, okay. She's going to make a perception check on you there, Trickstem,
Alright.
because she heard you say do better magic, bitch. She actually. Are you going to be quiet with this, or are you just being loud?
He's just going to be speaking normally.
Then she would have heard you.
Hmm.
Slash
Oh.
20 plus 4. A 9 won't hit you.
No.
So you'll just feel sort of it whiz past your face.
Trickstem, maybe you shouldn't make them mad.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I shouldn't. In fact, I do feel kind of bad now because she's
Uh,
You whispering that one?
really yeah.
you three will see if you just followed that along. A small arrow has embedded itself in a tree behind you all.
Oh,
and it seems to be dripping with with some kind of substance.
Poison.
There's something I can roll to see exactly what's on the arrow without,
I would call this a medicine check because this is
Oh,
not magical per se. It's more like alchemical.
that's a 19.
Oh my god.
This
Yes, must.
this is a kind of potion.
Oh,
Uh, you suspect, especially you, Miasma, given your time in the Feywild, if you were struck with this arrow, it could cause memory loss.
This is why you don't mess with the Fae.
that's pretty nifty.
I mean, if you want to use it for something, I wouldn't.
I mean, it's a pixie arrow. I don't think it would fit my light crossbow, would it?
It's
And when would
no, it's too small.
You can flick it.
No, she gives it to one of the fairies she summons.
Like, the only way you could probably get some use out of this is if you found a way to modify it into a blow dart.
This is assuming that I can't do that. But I'd be more interested in the memory potion.
Hmm. I mean, you could try and harvest some of that if you've got like a little vial.
Mm. Mm. I probably have one of the empty potion bottles from where I've been just dumping into the freaking ice cream maker.
That's true. Yeah, you could try that.
Oh, what do you want me to roll for that?
Uh, let's call it a dex check because it'd be like making sure your hands don't shake too much or anything like that. Because you don't want to get this getting on your skin.
That's a natural 20, which is a 24.
What is with all these natural 20? Is this because we haven't done a Devil Darlings for so long that all the natural 20s are just naturally stored? Like
Roll 20 missed us and is giving you guys gifts.
everyone's rolled at least one, aside from me. But yeah, you do manage to harvest some of it before it dries up into the wood and just store it in the bottle. Doesn't fill up too much of the bottle, obviously, because it's only a tiny thing. So it just looks like the best way I could describe it is, do you know, like you got like a bottled drink,
Mhm.
and it gets to a point where it feels like it's empty, but you just get like the little part pooling in the corner. It's
Just gonna
basically like
call it a
that kind
sample.
of amount.
I wonder if Smitty could make more of this.
Yeah, Miasma, you don't want to go anywhere near this stuff. Like, you
Mm.
recognize this clearly as Feywild fuckery.
Yeah.
Just looking at Allo as she slowly puts it in the freaking bottle.
So, you would be roughly here-ish on night one. Are you going into the bunker or are you carrying on? Well, well, sorry.
I suppose first things first. How's it looking in there? Because wasn't there something in there last time that we got a message from?
There was the frozen abomination in there,
Hmm.
but it looked like it would have been long dead, just frozen completely solid. But you could either do that, camp out, or use the mirror.
Honestly, Allo's probably gonna use the mirror.
Are you lot following in?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. You all follow back in. You get the uneasy feeling again, Trickstem.
Yep.
And
See,
yep, you rest up for the night as the little ghostly version of Oni helps look after you all. I don't think any of you cast any spells, so there's no worries on that. So it'd just be the next day. Let's see what happens on your next travel through. Actually, no. While I'm rolling this, Allo, roll me an insight.
okay. I sent you a message also. One insight.
One
Do,
insight,
do,
please,
do.
while I read this message. The memory golem has chosen to be called Eno. He is reverse Oni.
21.
Trickstem, are you trying to be... Are you clearly showing the uneasiness? Or are you trying to hide it?
Trying to hide it.
Roll me a deception check. You've got to beat 21. Yeah, that'll do it. For a second, you just think you see like a little twinge in Trickstem's face. But as you look over, he seems fine.
Just openly cocking her head at Trickstem and then just going about her business.
Kind of cozy in here, am I right? Safe.
That makes me want to do another insight.
Do it all you like.
Still need to beat the 26.
Actually, I just got a natural 27.
Oh fuck.
What is
You
he
talking
rolling?
shit.
Yeah, he says there's something a bit off.
Allo just kind of walks up to Trickstem. Are you uncomfortable?
No, why?
Being quiet won't get rid of me. There's Discord shitting itself.
Maybe.
Just, just slowly approaches.
Oh.
He's just
Oh.
like, mayhap some tea would be some help.
Okay then. So
Would tea help relax one?
I am relaxed.
Very well.
Don't you see how relaxed I am?
Don't you see how relaxed I am? Quite literally on the edge of the seat.
Yep.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
We can hear you.
Testing.
So, how far did I get before it cut me out?
Wait, what did you? Oh my god, my brain.
Actually, yeah, that's a good question. Whereabouts did you? So
I
basically,
managed
Trickstem
to
were there
do.
going, it's fine, it's fine. And then I started doing the Oni voice, and that's like, we didn't hear much from you for that.
You you don't have to come in here if you don't want to.
No, I like it in here. You know, it's cozy and it brings a lot of memories for you.
Immediately. Another insight.
Go for it.
Fair enough.
21.
I mean, you're not lying exactly there, Trickstem, are you? It does bring
No,
memories for Allo.
it does.
But you seem uncomfortable.
I am with my bestest friends. No, you're not my bestest friends. That's a lie. There's other people. But I would never be uncomfortable.
Just Codi in the background, just like, fuck you too.
Hey, it might come across like I hate you, but I don't. Only sometimes I do.
Allo's freaking tilting her head even more, trying to figure out how to make Trickstem comfortable. She actually starts piling up pillows around Trickstem.
You have a pillow fort built around you, apparently.
Oh wow, that's cool actually.
Is that better?
Yeah, I like this. Thanks. You're being quite nice. You're always nice. That's Cody. He's not nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you doing this though? Like making me a fort?
Well, whenever I felt bad, I would make something like this. Didn't have as many pillows though.
God, you're too fucking wholesome for me. Thank you. I feel better. You know, I do.
Okay.
So,
Allo just goes over to her workshop.
Yeah.
To start fiddling around.
so night passes, day arrives. You all get given a quick little meal in there before you head back out to the mirror. I'm not going to have any ghostly voices whispered to anyone at night this time, don't worry about that.
You should. It would be quite funny. Scare us all.
1d3, who to? That would actually be to Allo.
Oh, that wouldn't scare.
No, they're not always. The ghostly voices aren't exactly like there to scare. But you do just hear some encouraging words as you're leaving the mirror. Just a rough, growly voice. You're making me proud.
That sounds so aggressive.
I mean, it is Orny saying it. I don't know if Orny could quite literally do wholesome without sounding threatening.
No, I don't think so.
It's just the tone of his voice. But yes, you hear that.
Very happy Allo sounds.
Yep. And you'll continue on for the day. Let's see what happens. Boom. Oh. I always get scared when I throw D100s because it seems like the higher up it goes. Oh,
The worse it gets.
yeah. That was a 97 if I recall. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So as you carry on, you look around as you hear a little bit of giggling in the air. Just like childish giggling.
Somebody's having a good time.
And it just seems to follow you as you're going through the trees. So you look to one side. And you think you see the briefest glimpse of something. Just like probably somewhat shape around the same height as Allo. Fucker.
Curious.
Is there anything any of you three are doing for that?
It would probably get Allo's attention because, curious.
Yeah. Mesmer, Trickstem, anything you two are doing for that?
Walking.
Okay. Trickstem's carrying on.
It's the best tactic.
So, Mesmer, you doing it? Inferno?
Maybe she's gone to the shitter again.
Okay, so as you're carrying on, I'll also show the other one keeping an eye out for this. Make me a perception.
Hey. $23.
Okay. Halfway through the day, as you're keeping an eye out, you think you see, just off in the distance, sat on what seems to be a little tree stump, a small human girl watching you.
Allo just waves at them.
They just kind of tilt their head and laugh slightly.
Allo just kind of mirrors the head tilt.
And as you do so, they'll just get up and just start, not so much walking over to you, but more walking parallel. So as you're like walking further along, they're keeping up pace, but at the same distance.
Ah!
What was that? Oh. They don't really seem to communicate much. They don't say hi back.
Slightly more head tilt as she looks over.
They just smile as they carry on walking. Uh, Make me a wisdom save.
What?
A wisdom save.
How fun. 14.
That's actually a fail.
Oh.
So, as you're walking along, watching this girl, she smiles, and you feel a smile come across along your own face. She raises up her right hand to wave to you, and you feel yours raise up and wave back at the same time.
Oh shit. Oh no, I left.
And then she responds back with an exact same hi that you just gave to her.
Hmm. I can't talk or anything, can I?
You can try.
That was cool.
And as you say that, a brief little while later, she says it exactly in your voice back to you. Trickstem,
Yep.
given I don't think you've been watching that one too much,
No.
you're just hearing what seems to be Allo talking to themselves. Just like you hear
Allo,
her repeating the
why?
same phrase.
Stop it, Allo. You're scaring me. He'll finally turn around.
Yep. You watch Allo facing off in a distance.
No, Allo, we are not starting this. You're the wholesome being here. He'll walk over to Allo to see if she's mentally okay.
Hmm?
And the laughter happens. A bit of a desert's away. And you feel yourself being turned, Allo, as this being faces. Roughly in the right direction that would make you face Trickstem.
Hmm?
And she looks up. And she says, in your voice, maybe I'm done being wholesome. And you feel yourself repeat it.
You can't fail us now, you know. You're the one who keeps us all from not, like, going insane, basically.
What?
Used Allo internal monologue. What?
Do you now need a pillow fort? I can make you a pillow fort. Would that make you feel better?
I didn't say that.
And you hear, now almost synchronized, the same voice in a bit of a distance away, said at the same time.
Are the two of you?
Oh, there was this little girl I was being friendly with.
Rule number one of being in a forest, never trust little girls. They will kill you.
But I'm little and I'm a girl.
You're a wholesome person, though. You're an exception.
Hmm.
And then you hear the voice once more. Don't listen to them, Trickstem. They're mimicking me.
That's not something Allo would say, though.
No, but it comes through both Allo and the other figure.
Oh, fuck.
And you look over. The other figure is starting to look a lot more like Allo now.
Two Allos, I guess. Cool. Well, I'll take you both.
Oh no.
Well, I was going to say put your hand up if you're the real Allo, but since you're basically saying the same stuff at the same time, I don't think that will actually work. Thinking about it logically.
Hmm.
I need a god to help me out with this or something.
Allo,
Now would be the perfect time for me as to go.
wait, hang on. I just
It
realised.
would be the perfect time for Miasma to come. That sounds wrong. I didn't mean it that way. I meant it wholesomely.
I just realised we still need to level you up, Trickstem.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just went to look at Allo's sheet and realised she's level 10 and you're level 9. I'm like, oh yeah, we meant to do that. Are you there, Inferno?
Yes.
Okay. Do you need to catch
There's
up on what
some
just happened,
fuckery
or?
around.
Yes, please check me over what happened. I was doing something quickly in the
was you on
background.
the shitter?
No, I was not on the shitter.
Oh,
So, essentially put, Allo spotted this little small girl walking alongside them,
Mhm.
like a bit of a distance away, who then started mimicking Allo's voice exactly, and basically linked up with them. So now their movements transfer over to Allo, and vice versa. What they say also comes through Allo. Trickstem's realised this, but has looked over and seen the other figure now looks like Allo as well, who is claiming to be Allo.
Hmm.
And they just repeat, I'm Allo, that's an imposter. They
Don't
switched-
turn this into Among Us.
They switched places with me. They're using some kind of magic on me.
If you're me, do something I can do.
It says it straight back to you at the same time.
You first.
Would something like detect magic work? Wait, do I even have that? That's a question.
I'm going to roll something. Trickstem and Miasma can make me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Really
I'm.
run out.
Oh dear.
Allo, you'll clearly see this anyway. As you watch your hand, move to the bottle you got yesterday. And then move to one of your arrows. As you start to
Aww.
coat at the tip of the arrow
No.
with the potion.
Is there any way I can resist this?
You can attempt another wisdom save.
Right. That is a 21.
Let's see if they manage to beat you. You actually start to resist. Before you can plunge
No.
the arrow in, you kind of hold your arm back. And you can see the other figure struggling to actually force it in.
Miasma.
I hear this.
Yeah, you hear both voices call out to you. And
Take the battle, please.
the other figure will call out, I'm holding her back. She's trying to stab Trickstem.
Take the battle.
No
I'll take
one
the
can
bottle.
stab me.
I'll take the bottle and the fucking arrow as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then something happens. The figure, still in Allo's voice, calls out, Right, good. Now tie the imposter up over there. And the voice doesn't come from both of you this time. It comes from the faraway one. And then 5 seconds later, it comes from Allo.
Eh?
And yes, if anyone's watched a certain Doctor Who episode, yes, I borrowed the idea.
Miasma, you're the one who has rational thinking. What the fuck are we going to do?
Rational thinking from me, truly.
You're a cat. You're smart.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. She takes the bottle of the venom or poison and sort of just levels on the ground like boom. Like the fucking energy of the let's get ready for New Year's kid.
Oh.
And then
I
she puts
love-
the arrow down on it and then casts it and casts burning hands over it.
Allo is mildly irritated by this.
Sorry, Allo, but we can't risk it. It's not like this.
Good, that'll stop her from hurting anyone else. Now we need to subdue her.
How for this? Walks up to the one that's talking about this and says, how about Trickstem, I'd like you to move back. And Allo, whichever one of you this may be, I dearly apologize. So how far away are these two from each other?
Should we stab both of them at the same time and then we see
No,
which one's the imposter?
Wait, no,
You know-
I'm
They're
saying
roughly
to him,
30
which
foot
how far?
away.
30 feet away from each other.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just remember that the real one has on the armor that reflects shit.
That's fine. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna line myself up with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast lightning bolt.
Okay.
Sorry to whoever I'm sorry to the real ones.
This was a clever way to get to work this out. So, you go ahead to cast lightning bolt. You need to make a dex save, but they still take damage either way unless you get a nat 20. So, Allo, make me a dex save.
21.
Okay.
That's
It wasn't
a fail.
That's that's not just fail. It also wasn't a nat 20 to make sure they didn't take damage. So
Mm-hmm.
it will still technically be a pass though, because it goes off Allo, but still taking damage either way. So that's fine.
26.
Yep. But
So
the thing
13.
as well is that's for miasma, not for miasma, that for Allo. So make an Arcana check, Allo.
Eh. Another 21.
That passes.
Yep. So you're taking 13 miasma.
Hmm.
You're halving that again. Allo, so 13. That would be 6 for you. Oh, 7, sorry.
Eh.
And the figure is taking the full 26. No, wait.
13.
Yeah, no, because it is basically reflecting off her and then coming back again.
Oh shit.
So you watch this figure between you and Allo just writhe around from the bolt as it hits her twice. And yeah, you see her form switch from Allo back to the little girl.
I'll just
I'm
distinguish
gonna
on
run
top.
up with my sword of mockery out, threatening to kill her.
Good parent. But yeah, my also walks up and is like, well, is your game over?
Trickstem, make me an intimidate.
Who make an intimidate? Was it me?
Yeah. Because you
Alright.
just ran up to her with a sword and being like,
I could have done so well on that.
I could have probably done better, honestly.
I have a +9.
she looks to your threat, sees it as no real threat. Looks to you, Miasma. Make me a wisdom save, Miasma.
What that?
She just tilts her head and repeats your own words back to you.
Oh, great, here we go.
Alright,
And
that's
repeats that
it.
back to you.
Friggin'. Where is it? Allo's casting banishment on the thing that is being pinned by Trickstem.
Okay, what save do I need? A charisma saving throw. Okay, where's Miasma's sheet? She is linked up and uses
Oh
Miasma's.
no! Oh wait, to be fair, it's actually not that bad. It could be worse. I could actually have
It's
I
more.
could have
No, you don't need to make the
proficiency with
save
that.
for Miasma. It's being used on this thing. Since this
Yeah,
thing's
but
linked up with you, it uses your stats. Oh
yeah,
wait, yeah,
Yes.
no, you're saying you could have. Yeah, never mind.
I could have
Get it
had
now.
proficiency, so it could have been fucking 8. Bye, bitch.
It just chuckles, and before it can even do anything, it just pops out of existence as it's banished.
Don't like that tomfoolery.
Yeah, out of character, I'm assuming that was a fae as well.
No, oddly enough.
Oh?
I will have you roll me a Arcana.
I
Only
did
two.
more Arcana. 14.
If anything, you think this may have been some kind of subspecies or some kind of mutation of a changeling.
Mm.
Wait, I change favour for creatures. That's a good point. It's like, oh, it's another thing for favour. No, technically from this thing it doesn't count as a fey, so it wasn't a fey.
Okay.
But you all feel your minds a bit more at ease now.
Well, that's dealt with. Let's get out of here. Quickly.
I no longer have the sample of memory loss potion. I'm very irritated.
Apologies for that, but I couldn't risk it if it kept controlling us.
Mm.
Yeah, no, quite literally. If you had kept that and not taken it away, she would have shanked Trickstem with it, causing memory loss, and then had him as prey.
Mm-hmm.
Because the role that I had for that thing, even though I modified it a bit, was little girl is watching you from the trees. The next time you glance over, you see a wolf running away. So essentially, but it was a little girl that turned out to be some kind of vicious predator. So
I find it mildly amusing that you had her approach instead of run away.
oh yeah, more fun that way.
They got banished to the Shadow Realm. It's fine.
So you carry on, getting out of that way as fast as you can. You all go back to the mirror realm when it gets night time for your rest. Just rest and relax up. You do, from where you are, see the entrance to this underground cave now, before you enter the mirror world. Just remembering which way it is to head back up once this is all done.
Hmm.
We've only been recording for an hour. Yikes.
Yeah.
So, if you cast any spells, such as the lightning bolts, you can get it back, get your HP back. And on the third day, which will take you here, just towards the outskirts of the gate. Let's see what the last random encounter is before we get back to the plot. What? Okay, give me a second. I need to read through this. No, wait, I was reading the wrong thing. I was totally reading the wrong thing there. So, you carry on through. And you stop for a moment. You look around the area. You've been through here before. Technically twice. But I'm going to want you to roll me a history check. As I hope the crunching of these crisps don't come over the microphone. Okay. Trickstem, miasma.
Mm-hmm.
History checks, if you would, please.
Okay. History. 14.
Okay. Trickstem, you're not too sure because you're not paying too much attention, you just want to get there. Your mind is just currently occupied now with you're going back to see breakfast. You're going back to see your baby.
Just giddily skipping along the path.
Pretty much. Miasma and Allo, though. The trees seem weird here. They seem out of place from what you remember before, like they've moved. They also seem a lot more damaged than before.
Hmm.
Are we to assume that this is because of the beholder dude, or
You can roll me a investigation to check the damages.
another 20?
These seem like deep gashes and claw marks. And from what you remember of the beholder, it had no claws or arms to do that.
Did I roll a nature or something to see if I can figure out what the creature was?
Yes, you can.
Natural 20.
You look at these. You try and figure it out. And what you find is the claw marks, they seem to definitely be like a three-fingered claw mark. Just deep gashes within it. But it doesn't seem to be of any beast that you'd recognize. In fact, you could even say it looks almost surprisingly matching to a couple of the branches on this tree itself. You also feel like you're being watched.
Looking around for whatever's watching as we walk.
You keep an eye out for whatever's watching as you walk. Surprisingly, it's not that hard to see what's watching you. While you're investigating the tree, you just look up and see a pair of eyes looking down at you from it.
Oh! I don't know if you can talk, but I am sorry for getting so close to your personal bubble.
Why are you looking at my wounds so deeply?
Say that again.
Why are you looking at my wounds so deeply?
I've never seen anything quite like it before, and I was wondering what happened.
A fight happened. What do you think happened? And the tree shifts itself. And yeah, you can tell now, it's definitely a tree, but it's more of a living type of one. Trickstem, you've seen these kind of things before from, oddly enough, when you did pick up breakfast. It's a dryad.
Oh,
Like it hurt.
If I recall right, you two wouldn't have done because this was even before Petru. This was when you had Samara.
Yes.
But they are the similar kind of dryad to that, like the long three-fingered tree-like beings. Essentially, Pat, me and my sisters were set upon by those over
Oh?
there, the ones we refuse to call sisters anymore. The ones that believe in more preposterous things than science. Over the other end of the cavern, those religious zealots.
Oh. Nothing wrong with having a difference in opinion.
There isn't until they start to attack us for being heretics.
True.
And
Uh,
of course, when they attack, we have to attack back. It is only right, really, an eye for an eye.
defending yourself is perfectly reasonable. Uh, Out of character, can I heal the tree?
You want to feel the tree?
Heal.
Oh, heal the
Not
tree.
feel.
To heal the tree. Make me a nature check.
Okay. That is a 13.
You feel like with time, they will heal themselves as long as they don't get into any more fights or anything too strenuous.
That is assuming that the religious trees don't come back.
Religious trees. Is that an
Uh,
odd term here?
no, like quite literally, what I rolled is a faction of dryads is in the middle of a war, making the forest extremely dangerous and stifling trade routes. So essentially, to put this in easy terms, faction of dryads here are at war with a faction of dryads up at the religious district because of the whole science versus religion argument. After all, we, of course, know nature is just part of science and science is just part of nature. We know where we came from, we know why we exist, we know it is just evolution. They, however, believe some magical circumstances brought us to being. Like the fools they are.
Sometimes I think that magic is just science that hasn't really been figured out yet.
Exactly, but they refuse to believe such things.
Hmm.
And Wonderful will actually look to you, Miasma.
What?
You stink of the Feywild.
Trust me, I don't like it.
It just
I know.
looks at you as if it's staring directly through you. And then you just see like this long smile form over its face. It lets out this dry chuckle. Now you see, why can't more people be smart like you? The Feywild, it's chaotic, it's unreasonable, it's unscientific. And yet they see it as the birthplace.
Unfortunate that many are tricked by its wiles.
And as for you, and they'll look to you, Trickstem. And
Yes.
they'll just tilt their head slightly and chuckle. We have heard of your deeds from our sisters above ground.
Are they good or bad?
You helped look after nature when nature was robbed of its parents.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yes, not many people would see a baby Albert and think, yes, this is what I want, this is my life now. But you did.
I love my Albert's so cute.
And from what we have seen, you have raised them quite well.
They're a fighter. They're cute. They're not to wee on carpets.
You do realize a day will come, though.
Who will come?
A day will come. All birds must leave the nest eventually.
I will have an emotional breakdown, but it happens. It's life.
Indeed it is. All things, all paths must eventually split. And he'll look to you free. Well, she'll look to you free. Even you lot. So many have come, so many have gone. They won't be the first to come. They won't be the first to leave, the last to leave. Treasure your friendships as you have them now. You don't know when you'll be separated. I was just like waiting for a reaction
Okay then.
from anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, we also just like,
I can agree with that. Allo is probably thinking on this too.
Either way, if you find yourselves back up in that district, just be careful and don't listen to the heretic's words. And if you hear the trees clashing, stay away.
Okay.
There is one last piece of information we should pass on as well. To you, Tiefling. Trickstem, I believe it was, yes?
Yeah.
You remember the great tree spirit.
Yes.
He has sensed there is conflict in these lands, in the energies of this island itself. As all things do end, so too is this island's time. You may want to start preparations for abandoning.
Yeah, we should probably go soon, but we got time.
Time is ever marching, and it is limited. Here more so than others. We can send the word up to our sisters, but they cannot leave the forest themselves. If you have allies up there that can help, now would be the time to contact.
All right.
And they will disappear back into the forest with that. And are you doing anything before tonight's rest? Anyone?
I'm good.
I don't think there's much that we can do, is there?
Not much at the moment while you're out there. Or it was more like if you were discussing anything that to do with what had just been said.
True. So the island's gonna go under, it seems.
Yeah.
There any way we can send out messages to the others?
Maybe Smitty might help. I mean, it's worth a shot.
Maybe.
I mean,
Then we should.
the only other person that we know is nearby is the goose. It's at this point, Uylz will actually pipe up. Mention he, while you're all going to Smitty, he can run a message up to Steve, I believe the goose was called. Yes, Steve.
Not a bad idea.
So while you all retreated to the mirror for the night, Uylz will be doing that. And in the morning, you head into the science district. And life has actually returned to here. It seems to be pretty much as busy as it was the first time you came in here. But the atmosphere is definitely a lot different. It's a lot more welcoming, a lot more inviting. A lot less like, oh yeah, no, you're going to get arrested at any second.
It's nice to know that we're welcomed here. I don't think they're gonna like the news that the island's gonna go down, though.
And you watch a few of the citizens here just quickly move out the way as you hear like a bounding ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. And from around the corner, the Chimera bounds and looks to you all. And which one is it going to see first for this? Its eyes lock onto you, Allo,
Oh,
and it starts charging.
this is an enthusiastic, happy charge.
Insight.
Oh gosh, insight. My insight is freaking amazing. If I get that, I'm gonna be sad. That's a 21.
The best way to describe it is puppy when it sees its master come home after so long. Like you can see the joy on each of its faces, and it just kind of tackles you to the ground.
Hopefully not smushing me to death. That would be kind of sad.
Not too deaf, but you're definitely under a lot of fluff. And on the back, Miasper and Trickstem, since you're the ones that weren't pounced, you will see Smitty. He's just like, oh, he must have caught your scent there a while back. So, what brings you back? If it's about the beholder, as I said, he's gone now. That's all fine.
This island is. We need to abandon here soon.
Abandoned here?
Yes.
I just heard from some dryads that the island's gonna go under.
Go under. As in, but the island's not. Hold on a minute. I feel like research needs to be done on this. Come. Follow me back to the hall. We can
Right.
do some tests there, get some readings. Uh, like if you're correct about this, so this is very bad. But how can an island go under? It's not a boat.
Oh, not sure how much you remember, but apparently the gods made the island, and the weapons that do the thing apparently are gonna make the island go under. It's a little confusing for me.
So he'll lead you all back into the site sub. As soon as you all get into the hall, Trickstem, you're almost tackled to the ground. As breakfast quite literally latches onto your leg.
I missed you more. Now Trickstem is just gonna be with breakfast for the rest of the time. Don't talk to me. Do not disturb mod on.
I was waiting for me to check Discord then and just see you muted. I'm like, oh. So you're led back towards that large, basically where you found Una tied up earlier. And it seems to have been renovated since then. And Smitty just wanders up to one of the machines. We've got this one reading layouts for the land, like the energies, the whole situation with it at the moment. We just needed to make sure everyone's still being fine. But we have been noticing some odd things, and well, if what you're saying is correct, and he'll just tap away at the keyboard. Wait, uh, oh. Yeah, so, I don't know how much you know about lands and such, but You get the idea that most of the mainlands, they connect all the way down to the ocean floor, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me suppose that this one obviously doesn't.
Bingo. Seems like the energies of the gods is keeping this thing afloat. And that is channeled through those weapons that you mentioned. If those are being disrupted by all this situation, and if they're losing their power, the island loses its power. And if the island loses its power, the island goes under.
Mhm.
If the island goes under, we're all dead.
Unless we could swim, but I don't think all of us can.
I mean, you know how vortexes work, drag
Hmm.
forces. If this thing goes under, it's going to cause in enough of that to pull anyone under nearby as well. The only way you're getting out of this is if you can breathe underwater.
Mm.
And even then, the sheer forces itself may do too much of an injury. From what I can gather, let's see. Given that, the energies at the moment, I can give you two estimations. Estimation number one, you don't deal with this whole changeling situation and trying to get things balanced. In which case, I give us a week. If you do manage to sort out the whole situation, though, you may buy us another couple of weeks. But either way, this thing's going down by the end of the month.
Mm. Those are the only two options.
I mean, there's probably an option 3 where you can try and rebalance things up, but quite
Don't know how to
frankly,
do that.
quite frankly, but that's you got a month's time to do that, and that's if you manage to also sort out the whole changeling thing. I'm not saying it's impossible; it's just very improbable.
Hmm.
Like that's going to take some great sacrifice.
Not again. We'll try to figure out how to evacuate.
You see, the thing as well with it is, the thing that's been keeping it all in balance all this time, and Smithy will pull something up on the screen, and we'll show you the citadel in the middle, the ziggurat. She's been keeping it under control all this time. She's the thing that's been balancing it all. She's quite literally been giving her life to keep these things going.
Mm.
And if they're after waking her up, then she won't be able to do that anymore. If she wakes up, Swan may need to take her place.
Mm.
I could volunteer myself for that, but quite literally, but I don't think this new form's going to hold up to that. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm strong enough to do so. I hate to be the one to put the bad news out there, but you're some of the strongest people on this island. May have to be one of you. I mean, unless you trick someone else into doing it or force someone else into that, but I don't think you're those kind
We
of
can
people.
do that.
He just stops and slowly turns his head to Trickstem after saying that. You're not a kind of...
It was a joke. It was a joke.
He's inciting you. Is it a joke, Trickstem?
Well, I'm gonna have to do a deception, aren't I?
Okay, it wasn't a joke. I was about to ask, was Trickstem actually joking or not? Yes, a joke. Keeping humor in the dire situations and all that. Yes,
Keeps us smiling. Ha ha ha.
yes. You two can also make me a insight if you want to see if Trickstem was joking or not.
Sure, why not?
Miasma, you know he's full of shit.
She kind of agrees though, so she's not gonna say shit.
Allo, yeah, you know he's lying.
I wasn't gonna
Eh,
say shit though.
I mean, if we were going to trick someone, would it be possible to trick the changeling guy into taking her place?
Uh, I mean, he's been alive. They've been alive all this time. They should be strong enough. It's just a case of how would the chaotic energies of a changeling affect it?
Good point. Is there any way to science up an idea of that?
If you give me the time, I'm sure I could come up with something. I can always contact you later if need be.
How long do you think it'll take?
Oh, how long it'll take? Let me just science up some numbers here as I realize I may have fucked us all. Yeah, 25 foot equals a day. Let's just see how this goes. That's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. You get, if you go straight there from here, you'd get there on the 5th day, meaning you'd have 2 days to beat up the changeling, get them to there, and sort out that.
Oh,
Although then again, that's mainly because of the beam. If you might shut off the beam, that buys you the other couple of weeks. At which point, yeah, you may have the time. I suppose I could get it to you within 5 or 6 days. I know that leaves us very little time, but science rushes for no one, unfortunately. You don't want to rush the numbers, you get false readings. Either
Hmm.
way, if this is all correct, I should be getting some messages out, so is there anyone I should be informing?
just pulls out the biggest list of literally everybody that Allo has met.
Okay, let's take a look here. Uh, the Mayor of Turtle Bay Landing, uh, the King of the, yeah, a Bangeg. Who is this grandmother? Clockwork grandmother.
Pretty much. She was made by some other dude, but I can't remember who made her. She's really awesome. I managed to fix her before she could go kaput.
I suppose we should contact them. The Great Tree, I believe they've already got contacted if you said with the Dryads. Uh, yes, I suppose I could use this to try and get some contacts out there. Uh, and he stops as he looks at one of the names. Who is this guide?
Honestly, I think the guide probably would already know the situation and be able to get up. But they helped us.
Hmm. I suppose if he hasn't, word could be tried to got to him, but still. Oh, I should state, when I said it's a week, that's starting tomorrow, not today. Don't worry too much about that.
Ah,
If you need to rest up, you can rest up here. I can get you some rooms, get you what you need to head off. Also, I should state as well, because I almost forgot, Grace would have handed the magical items back to the rest of the party to sort out.
Okay.
There is one last thing I should probably bring up before you all go to rest for the night. Did you work out the whole situation? Like, all the inconsistencies that we found have been bringing up, like, it definitely seemed like someone was watching you, or at least someone had insider information. Did I think about that? Did you work anything out with that?
Allo just looks at the others.
Mm.
No, I
Uh,
don't know.
I mean, I've been keeping an eye out, and I've not really seen much. X very seemed X very seemed insistent on dying for some reason, but I don't think it was for that. Pamphlet left, but don't know why. There was that wizard, that Grace.
I think it might have had something to do with that freaky thing that we met on the way up here.
The freaky thing. Oh, the one that you banished.
Yeah.
Let's make a look. Thing that you banished.
Yeah, it was weird. It kind of mirrored me and then copied me and then tried to get them to tie me up.
Oh, he's going to roll something. Let's see if he is smart boy smart. He is smart boy smart. Yes. I've heard about this rare combination. It's very weird, and a lot of people look down on it, but it happens. What you encountered there, and keep in mind, there is no scientific name for this yet. What you encountered was the offspring of a changeling and a mimic.
Now that's more fucked up than me being with a possum.
I mean, possum fault. If it was an actual possum, I'd be concerned.
I should add fork at the end. Yeah.
It's very weird, and as I said, very looked down upon, but the
Mm.
result usually is some kind of strange half-life that seems to be able to mimic people via connecting mentally with them to the point they will try and take over someone's life.
I imagine that would probably end badly if they did that to Uylz.
Oh yes, no. Oh, go on.
Nope.
Hmm?
Oh yes. Now one of their weak points is the mentally unhinged. No effect. Oh, he's not here. That is weird. The mentally unhinged, or the those not 200% sound of mind, is kind of like a poison to them. Basically, think of it as if the case of a gel or a slime trying to leech intelligence off somebody who has none. It pretty much starves them. But if one of those is wandering around, that could be quite a dangerous thing indeed. What? You banished it, did you say?
Yeah, it was trying to take over miasma, and I was done with that.
How strong of a banishment did you do exactly?
Uh, I'd say it was probably pretty good because they didn't even notice they got banished.
Then it should be gone for some time. Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
I've just been doing this in the background, and I'm gonna put this in voice chat. What did Unity do to it?
Oh boy, let's see. That looks like
Unity.
if someone tried to 3D print it and it came out wrong.
Yes.
Also,
Okay, I
given
guess
that's just
gotta
now in the recording, I guess I've got to upload that picture now to this when I edit it.
It's gonna be important.
If I
It's
can
gonna
find
be
a model
important.
of that, I'm going to insert a model just right around now. Just of it just like looking melted, just be like, why, mother, why?
Oh, I'm trying to export it. Come on, please.
So, it looks, it should be gone for some time then. This is the thing now, and I got to really consider this, but when it comes to abandoning the island, we may want to just leave that one on it. Yes, it's still alive, but it's a half-life, and it's dangerous if it gets off the island. I think exceptions can be made for the rescues, is what I'm trying to say. Where's Cody over here? Cody. Anyway, I'll try and get these messages done and sent out. Feel free to stay the night, do whatever you need to here before you set off, get whatever provisions you need. Oh, just show my little symbol, my little device there to any shopkeepers around. They'll be more than willing to help you out. After all, if it means a lot more of us can survive, you get the idea. And if you all don't mind, I know we've only been recording for an hour and 40 minutes, but I may end the session early there, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all good.
Just purely because I don't want to do too much, where then I had to catch Dion up on a shit ton of stuff, and then have her come in while you're at the place. So, for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you all for tuning in. I know things are going to be a bit more quiet over these next few sessions while we're dealing with lower player numbers. So don't worry too much about that. Don't worry about that. See Trickstem vanish from Roll20. Don't worry about that. We'll try and keep up
Wait,
with you. We'll try and keep things up and try and do same kind of quality we have been doing. And we'll see you all next time on the Devil Darlings.
goodbye. Be gay, do crime.
See you.
PK Gook. Also, we are not supporting crime. Even if you're gay, don't do crime.
Just
I'm just covering.
smile. Be
I'm just.
happy.
Yes, I'm just covering my own ass here. I don't want to be liable if someone does a crime. Bye.
Drink water.